Hello everybody, it's Current Cartoon TV coming to you with another review. This time we're going to be reviewing The Owl House. My name is Outlaw and I will be your host today, and we're going to go over episode number 5 of The Owl House, Convention, where Luz lesson about witch covens goes awry when she finds herself thrust into a witch's duel. So let's go ahead and go into my likes of this episode. The first thing is we get to know a little bit more about Ida. That we also find out that she has a sister, Lilith. And Lilith is actually the leader of the Emperor's Coven. She's also a very powerful witch that goes toe to toe with Ida. She also uses pyrotechnics powers like Ida, but instead of red flames, they are blue. She also knows about the curse that has been placed on the Ida and seems to be very worried about it. We also get to see Amity again since the school incident, and that she despised Luz after learning that she is a human and she is trying to learn magic. After Amity accidentally stepped on King's cupcake.
Oops, that was an accident.
Luz challenged her to a witch's duel, where if she wins, Amity must apologize to King. But if she loses, she has to stop learning magic all completely. I do like the part that after Ida and Lilith actually finally meet up at the convention, Ida decides to embarrass Lilith with a little story about her peeing her pants to little young witches.
You know, when we were kids, Lilith was so excited to see the Emperor's Coven, she peed a little.
Ida and Luz now has to figure out how to beat Lilith and Amity, which is actually Lilith's prodigy student, in a witch's duel, which Ida actually resorts to cheating. During the duel between Luz and Amity, Luz actually tries to save Amity from stepping onto one of the many traps laid by Ida, but in the end, King falls onto one of those set traps and actually sets it off, showing that Ida and Luz were actually cheating and lost the duel. But it turns out that Lilith also was cheating by placing a power glyph onto Amity's back without her knowing it. After being embarrassed, Amity actually runs off to the stage, and Luz actually follows her to try to apologize for what has happened. Then we actually find out Amity actually has been training her whole life to be the best as she can be, but we actually see some companionship from her as she removes the oath from Luz's hand, telling her that humans cannot do magic. But even knowing that, Luz will still try her best to learn magic.
Humans have no magical ability, but I doubt that'll stop you.
As this is all going down, we actually get to see a wonderful epic battle between Ida, the Owl Witch, and Lilith, the leader of the Emperor Coven, which at the very end turns into a draw. So let's go ahead into some of my dislikes of this episode. And even though the fight scene between Ida and Lilith was very amazing, it just felt like it was getting slowed down for no reason. Like the frame rate would go from 30 frames per second down to 10 to 15. I don't know if this is some style to show that everything is happening super fast and all that, but it really pulls me out of the scene and just critiques this. So I don't know if that's just some style and all that. And another thing I do not like is, why would Luz challenge Amity to a witch's duel? She only knows one spell. That spell can even be pulled off by a child. So those are my two dislikes about this, but overall I really enjoyed this episode. So let's go ahead into my rating here. I'm still gonna give this a 4 out of 5. And I believe now that the Owl House is finally getting the attention it needs to be the next big thing on Disney Channel. It has supernatural characters, a protagonist that we call relate to, and now even a darker backstory and lore. Who cursed Ida? Who is this emperor? And what is this promise that Lilith and this emperor made by catching the Owl Witch? Only time will tell us what will happen. So guys, thank you guys once again for listening to my review of The Owl House. If you guys like that review, please give us a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel and turn on those notifications so you guys will know when we do our next reviews. Feel free guys to put your guys' comments down below and let us know how you guys like this episode, and also give us your rating from a 1 to 5 scale. There are links below to our Facebook page, our Twitter page, and even our Patreon page. And we also have a website at www.currentcartoontv.com. And like always, till next time, have a good day.